Mandii J here with another Funko Pop review, and today we have from the new Incredibles 2 line, we have Violet and Frozone along with Mr. Transformer 96.
Yeah, super excited to get these incredible pops in, and really looking forward to them starting to hit more stores so we can kind of pick up the entire line.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Hopefully next week they'll be out at Hot Topics and everything.
Yeah, and maybe we might get our hands on a Violet Chase.
Yeah, we attempted to get a Violet Chase today. We went and we were there like 3 hours early. There were already more people in line than the store actually had Chase-wise.
And then on top of that, it was also, from what I heard from the managers, they were there at like 5:30. The mall doesn't even open until 10. So way in advance.
It was crazy. Well, we did get in there though when the store opened, and we did get to see a Chase in person. Unfortunately, it wasn't in our hands though, but we still got Violet and Frozone. Very excited for these two. And overall, the boxes, I'm liking it. It's a very simple box design. They've just stuck with the red, classic Avengers type of look. Incredibles type of look. Excuse me. Incredible, and superhero teams. They all meld together. But yeah, they didn't really do anything super special box design wise. But overall, it's very nice. The color scheme does fit the movie and characters very well.
Yeah, and as you see from the side, again, it's just that red gradient and the art of the characters, and then on the back, the rest of the line as well.
Yeah, I'm really happy with this assortment in general. I mean, personally, the only one that I think I'm not gonna get is Jack Jack, to be honest, and that's a weird one. But I almost don't even consider Jack Jack a part of the family.
You can't say you're not gonna get a Jack Jack, because what did you say?
What?
You do want a Jack Jack.
I want to fire Jack Jack, but there's no way because it's a Charlie exclusive, so I don't think I'll ever get that one. So I don't think I'm going to get a Jack Jack, but I would like to fire one. But yeah, because he's in the first one for such a little amount, I don't really consider him part of the family. And then he's obviously out of scale with the rest of them, so I'm not a big fan of that. But I definitely want to get the whole family, Frozone, of course, and then the villains I'm very much looking forward to.
You can't say you're getting the whole family.
Oh, yeah, you know what I mean. I'll probably end up getting Jack Jack just to complete it. You want Jack Jack, so no matter what, we're going to have a Jack Jack review.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'm going to keep it.
I would like to be able to do a Jack Jack line review if we can get all of them.
I mean, I'm down for trying to get them all, but two of them, no, just one. Just one's exclusive to Target. So
so we're going to try to get Jack Jack in his super suit, Jack Jack as the monster, Jack Jack in his lead form, Jack Jack hopefully in the fire, and then naked Jack Jack.
Yep.
With just his diaper.
Sounds good.
So
we will, we seem to want to get the entire Incredibles line, and I'm good with that because I love Incredibles and these pops are looking sweet. Speaking of sweet looking pops, let's bust these out of the package. What do you say?
Yeah, definitely. So here we have them outside a package, and I have to say the sculpts on these, the action poses are phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm very happy with these. I'm not a big fan of pops that are just standing there, especially if they have the bent knee pose. I'm just not into that. I love pops that have some expression in their stances, and the whole Incredibles line really has that. So I'm very happy with that. You can totally see it with these two. Starting off with Violet, let's start off with her.
Yeah, so definitely Violet, she does have, it's kind of hard. She has really tiny feet.
Yeah.
So that causes some issues with balance.
You can get her to stand, but you do have to work with it. However,
you do have to have her head kind of tilted to the side.
Yeah, which side?
If it's towards the front, it's not going to work.
Yeah, it has to be more towards that way.
If you get her balanced, it's fine. But, of course, if you knock into something, it's gonna fall.
Yeah.
So, we have this lovely little base here.
Yes, we do. So, you can just slap her right into the base. And what I do like about her is that she stands really centered in the base. Sometimes they look a little off. I think that if somebody has a base, Violet kind of works with that. I don't know why. I just feel like having a base on her is kind of almost reminiscent of her, a force field that she creates. So yeah. I kind of like it. And I do love the fact that she is creating a little force field here. It's very small, of course. It would be cool if it was completely engulfing her, if that was an exclusive somewhere or something.
Oh, yeah. Or have it to be that partial.
It's just on the floor, coming up. That would be very cool.
Yeah, because I know Disney has a really cool little figure set with her in it, with that kind of partial force field around her. That looks really awesome.
They have some excellent poses in that Disney Store exclusive set, which is very cool. It
Not
would've been-
pops, they're just like figures,
Yeah,
but
the little PVC figures.
yeah.
But I think that they did a really solid job designing her as far as her stance and her proportions. Obviously, as you can see, she's very skinny here with the larger head. I would have liked
do
a
like
little
the
attitude
boots.
though. She has like no expression to her. I like maybe a little like
We're part
eyelids
of
slightly down,
Yeah.
so to give her some sort of expression, because she's at least in the first one she was a little goth, so it'd be kind of neat to represent that. But as a whole, I think that it does look nice, and then the paint itself is okay.
I did my best to get a decent paint job on this one, just because I did want to look nice. Some of the Violets had some issue with either the suit or the hairband or part of the hair not being fully painted. But again, because these are basic colors, it would be easy to go in and touch up with a matte paint of some sort, just to get that kind of like, just a touch up, or a glossy black for the boots.
Yeah, and personally, I really don't see any like issues, like notable issues. Of course, there's little things, but really anything to point out notably.
Yeah.
I don't really see any, so that's great. So overall, I'm really liking that Violet design, and I'm very excited to see how she will look with the rest of the family.
Yeah, I feel like she has more of an action pose than the rest of the family does. Like, I feel like Dash has a good one because it's like he's out of running.
The rest of them all have good stances. She has a pose, that's the difference. But they all very much represent their characters, so I'm very happy with them. Going on to Frozone now, I was excited for this one, especially since he came in pose. Like, when the Incredibles Pops were announced, if he was just normally standing or something, I wouldn't pick this guy up. It's the pose that really sells him, that really makes me want this guy, because they nailed it. This is definitely something that I was hoping for. As far as just his actual sculpt on the figure itself, I think that it does look quite nice. You do have the visor quite raised, and the nose is definitely popping out from the sculpt quite a bit, which is cool. And of course, he does have his like goatee section painted. It's not sculpted, but it is painted on there. And then as far as his paint, you definitely should go through some of these, because you have some darker colors on some lighter colors, which can create some issues. And there's a little,
Yeah, and there is an undertone of orange in the skin tone, so watch it along the white, because you do get just a bit of that kind of undertone orange into the white. So it's not necessarily a very clear, like, skin tone to white. So I would just watch out for that. Just if you're really picky about paint, make sure those whites really have a good, nice, defined definition. And I also saw some issues with the blue inside the visor. It wasn't quite all the way
and just with
nice.
White, it's kind of just a more difficult color to deal with. You do have a little mark right there on the side, which is disappointing, but it's okay. And on the body, you have the same issues, just because it's the
light
colors.
color.
Yeah, the colors are so light that it does. It's very much just prone to having some issues. But as a whole, it's all right.
Yeah.
As far as his base, I really love it. He has like that shield thing that he kind of rides on, which I think is very cool. And then the ice itself, I'm extremely impressed with how translucent it is. Like, usually with translucent figures, they have a cloudy look to them.
Agreed.
And this one is completely clear. Like, you can look right through this thing. It's very impressive.
Yeah, definitely.
It definitely makes it really sells it as ice.
Yeah, and he does fit in the normal size box, which is nice. So you do get charged the regular price, I believe, for this pop.
Yeah, this is no extra money or anything like that, which is very nice. I do like it. It is on some pegs there, so maybe you'd be able to remove this, but I'm pretty sure that the pegs are glued on. But as a whole, I think this looks awesome. I'm very happy with the pose itself. I think that it really sells the character, and this is a very fun character in the movie, and of course returning for the sequel, which I'm very happy about.
Out of all of them, I think Frozone has the best pose.
Me too. I agree with that. Yeah, he definitely has the best pose out of the set. And speaking of the rest of the set, Mandii will be doing a separate video talking about the entire assortment.
Yeah.
So before we actually purchase them, just as our thoughts before they officially come out fully.
Just because we do have some images, we know which ones are going to be where. We also know of a couple more keychains and all of that as well. So if you're interested in knowing where you can get those, how they look and everything, stay tuned.
Yeah, definitely look out for that, because some of the assortment is out at Box Lunch, which is where we pick these up. Box Lunch is actually getting these a little early. I'm not quite sure when Hot Topic's going to start to get them. It should be within the next couple days or the next week. But at the moment, Box Lunch did get the entire hero assortment minus Jack and minus the villains. So
And so definitely I would check those out. I also know they had Elastigirl as a keychain as well. I think at one point they might have had Jack as the keychain because he does have a keychain version of himself. So if you're looking for the Funko keychains, I know you can at least get both of those characters. But overall, it seems like they had plenty of... The issue is they got, like... They didn't get an even amount of all the characters.
It looked like they did.
No, because they had more Elastigirl and
I think that was
Mr.
just
Incredible.
how people were...
And that's kind of how it was. Is just, they just had more of, like, a couple of them. So you just need to watch out. If you see them on the floor, get them. Just because Frozone, they had a little bit of him, and they had a little bit of Violet. But they had plenty of Dash, Elastigirl, and Mr. Incredible. So definitely, they do come kind of staggered on how much they do get in the store. So if you find one that if there's one you're really liking, I'd say pick it up as soon as possible.
Yeah, so definitely stay tuned for the rest of our reviews because we're going to be doing reviews on the entire wave. We're going to do a video beforehand talking about the wave in general and just what we think about it and all the Funko products from Incredibles. And then I do want to pick up some of the mystery minis too, so stay tuned for that. So we'll have plenty of Funko Incredibles themed content coming up.
Yeah, and I'm super psyched for the movie. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you know where to leave them.
And thanks so much for watching.